Let's bring you my panel, Chris Smith and Peter Gleeson, who are always with me on a Thursday, Sky News host and Sky News host. There you go, gentlemen. But, of course, Chris is on 2GB as well. I want to start, if I can, with this Facebook story because we saw those unintended consequences beyond news organisations, you know, the Bureau of Meteorology, health organisations, even the opposition leader in WA in the middle of an election, I might add, being shut down. But, Chris, you know, the government has always said these tech giants are too powerful now. God only knows who's advising them on their sort of lobbying strategy, but they've gone out of their way today to prove, actually, by shutting everyone down, that the government's right to be legislating where they are. This is a big own goal here for Facebook, as I see it.
Oh, without a doubt. It's a total own goal. It's a very emotional reaction. And Zuckerberg is known for this in his business dealings, to be very emotional and cut his nose off to spite his face. And that's what they've done. And so it takes Facebook back to the years that Facebook started, where it was about finding family members in other parts of the world and sharing photos with your kids who may have gone to another continent or something. That's all it will be for Australians. Well, I'm sorry, that's not worth it. I don't intend to use it. I tell you why. What offends me most about what they've done, it's not about the fact that they would like to punish the news creators, that is News Corp and Nine and Sky, etc. The fact that they want to punish charities, information sources, retailers, politicians, and in particular today, something that I hold dearly is the search for William Tyrrell. They have taken down the website. You can't get any information about William Tyrrell. Now, I'm sorry, that tells you the persona we're dealing with. Nasty, evil bitches. That's who we're dealing with.
Absolutely. Yep.
This has always been, Gleeso, the issue. You know, I worked for many years in the Howard government for two separate communications ministers, and there's always been a challenge with these tech companies because they are, you know, extra jurisdictional. They're outside Australia's jurisdiction. They act with impunity. I'd argue they don't pay enough tax in Australia. And now they're throwing around their weight and might when the government says, look, if you're using someone else's content, if you were pinching the paper out the front of the news agency in Australia, you'd be paying for it. Well, if you're pinching the newspaper off the internet, basically, you know, the digital copy, you've got to pay for it. Now, this is how we operate in Australia. The whole world is watching this. But these guys are showing yet again. I mean, Google has done the right thing. It's copped a deal and it's out there talking.
Google played them off a break,
Facebook's
Peter.
a bully.
Yeah,
Facebook's a bully.
Google played them off a break. Google played them off a break. I mean, you know, Google understands what's at stake here, and, you know, they were threatened themselves with the possibility of losing their market share in Australia. But look, Facebook has won no friends today, I must say, Peter. And, of course, Zuckerberg, well, he should rename himself Zuckerberg. He has fallen for the three-card trick here, because what's going to happen here is you're going to see a lot of people abandon Facebook because 30% of Facebook users, and that's a lot of users, get their news from that site. They will migrate across to mainstream media. And let's not forget the real reason we're at this point, and that is because for years and years and years, Facebook and Google have shamelessly ripped off mainstream media content that is created by journalists who are paid by other companies. It's the great theft of the 21st century, the cyber theft of the 21st century. And look, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall this morning when Zuckerberg and Frydenberg went at it, the two Bergs.
Now, you're journalists. I'm not. I'm a commentator, as the press gallery like to continually remind me. So I'm not going to fall into the journalist trap of the media talking about the media.